What's this?
That I think is his real intention. I don't think any of it had to do with like harming Hassan alone as much as it was controlling the extent to which the anti H3 narrative could be perpetuated. Dude, I've met so many fucking people who used to work on H3 and like they're all so cool and they all are like either quitting or on their way to quitting and feel awful about what they're a part of and what they got paid to do. And like it's so tragic. The like ripples thereafter. Hassan derangement syndrome, do people say that?
Yeah. I'm no comment. Nothing to say. I wanted to pull this up. Hold up.
Yeah, by the way, the lawsuit that fucking failed, this was one of the elements. Obviously, like, you might be thinking, why the fuck do I care about this, like, weird-ass lawsuit from a pro-Israel podcaster from a pro-Israel podcaster against, like, other people? And it's because he basically used the fucking lawsuit as a fleshlight for all of his other, personal opinions. Very strange.
Well, I do think the reason this is just my personal opinion. I think a big part of the reason why the lawsuit is so long, the original filing is so long, is because one, it's an easy way to drain people's bank accounts and drain people's ability to respond and hire a lawyer that can respond. But two, I think it was meant to just be read by a bunch of YouTubers and win in the court of public opinion and be like, look, and then she just destroyed it, man. She got destroyed here and she got destroyed here.
Yeah, he did a whole bunch of weird shit in that lawsuit, and it turns out a normal judge looked at it and was like, this is fucking insane.
Well, I think a big part of it, again, is like genuinely try and like remove all the rot from your brain and think about it and just be like, watch the video, be as impartial as you can be and say, does this feel like a different experience? Do I feel like I got a fundamentally different experience from the original viewing? And the answer is yes.
It turns out that what pops off in the minds of like weird, perverted, fake lawyers on the internet and rape tone and Asmongold circles on the internet doesn't actually stand in the fucking court.
It's not lost on me, by the way, that if that motion was denied, Asmongold would be talking about it. But because the current motion, the tentative ruling, is in my favor, he literally has nothing to say. He has no comment. He literally has no comment. He's too much of a cowardly little bitch-ass pussy to say a single fucking word.
Court of law.
People are cowards, man. These people are so cowards.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff overall. But does this matter? Of course not, because our enemies are stupid. Okay? Our enemies are fucking stupid. Okay? Just remember that. If you're wondering why these guys constantly go, oh, this lawsuit is over, and then there's like 7 million views on these YouTube videos with like some of the sweatiest fucking losers on the planet running.
My favorite is when they Photoshop me, they like AI me, and I'm like, ah! And I'm like screaming, crying, or whatever. It's like, stop. It makes me laugh so hard every time I see it. No, but it's always like they make my mouth huge. I look like I'm in Big Mouth, dude. It's like when they make Hassan bald and like red.
Around being like, oh my God, like this is over. What epic ownage, without even like thinking about what dangerous precedent this sets for fair use on the internet. Like Ethan Klein almost killed fair use with this idiotic fucking attempt. Thank God the judge was like, hey dog, your previous precedent that you set in your previous lawsuit was actually pretty reliable in this circumstance. Yeah, they cited his own fair use suit from 2016 in his fucking law.
And I think this is like by far one of the most offensive parts. It's like genuinely, I am so disappointed by all of the cowardice on the internet. You people would literally, all of you slop tubers would be harmed by a fair use ruling against you. Asmongold does not react to content. Most of the time he just plays and goes, yeah, based, yeah, based, yeah, based. He would be hurt by precedent that said that a 2-hour edition wasn't good enough. All of these people who their content is React content, their content is taking other people's content and transforming it, they would be hurt by a ruling that said no React content. If 2 hours is not good enough, something that is way above the market like the standard of the internet currently on streaming and on live streaming and on YouTube and on Twitch, like, what is fair use? Nothing is fair use.
Dude. Today's feel-good story. A federal judge just handed Zionist YouTuber Ethan Klein a brutal loss in his copyright lawsuit against pro-Palestine Twitch streamer Denims TV in a humiliating...
You know what? Listen, disappointed with Philly D and Charlie, anyone else, and they'd be all over this. I'm going to say something really quickly. First of all, if Ethan was getting sued again, they would have covered it and glazed the shit out of him. Second, fucking cowardly. Fucking cowardly. Oh my God. I don't know if you're just being a little pussy or you got some crazy skeletons in your closet, but dude, cringe. I will accept an apology, man. I will accept an apology. Let the official rulings come out. If it goes to trial, I'll win a trial. And then I didn't want to cover this because I didn't want to get harassed. Let me get one of those and then all shall be forgiven. I'm mostly joking. But I can't believe so much of the cowardice online.
ruling. The judge cites a...
This was Asmon's reaction when he was asked about the suit. And yeah, it was no comment.
I don't really understand it. I saw that Ethan Klein seems to have lost one of the claims, but there were 2 claims.
Hold up. Let it be known, if Ethan had won one of the claims, he would be making 15 videos about how I'm going to be homeless or whatever. One moment. We're pulling it up.
Klein Denims update. I don't really understand it. I saw that Ethan Klein seems to have lost one of the claims, but there were 2 claims. And
you don't seem to understand a lot, my friend.
The retards that misunderstand everything were saying that like Ethan lost, which it seems like it's not really that true. So I'd have to read it and research it myself. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Asmongold, famous at conducting research, famously a big advocate of
He's literally explicitly said he doesn't need to do research because he understands human psychology.
doing research. And what he means by that is grokking it, okay?
Yeah, I'm gawking it. I'm tuboing it.
Grokking it.
Yeah. And Denims won, apparently. I don't think it's that simple. I think that there was like 2 claims, and one claim it seems like she might have won, and the other one she didn't. But I don't know which the 2 claims were, or like what that means, right? So I have no idea. Whereas like the Frogan one was a lot more obvious. Like default judgment is like...
Was it? Wait. Was it? Or are you just as stupid and don't know what happened there either? Because the answer will shock you. Lo and behold, nope, you were just wrong on that too. You have been wrong confidently throughout this entire process, and your audience doesn't know any better, and they're just like desperately looking for something to confirm their biases and to reinforce this notion that like these bad women, these disgusting women are getting punished. And that's precisely the reason why you have dropped that other one after getting your biases confirmed. And now, in this circumstance, it's pretty obvious that you were wrong and all the other fucking lawyers that you relied on were wrong. So now you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I just like don't fully understand what's taking place here, so I don't fucking know. And just, yeah. Damn, court hits different when you're dumb? Yes. All of these guys are actively lying to you. If you follow like these drama slop tubers, if you follow these stupid reactionary fucking lawyers that consistently lie, have no interest or investment in the truth at all, you're going to be wrong. You're going to find yourself wrong all the time. But the unfortunate reality is, I think nowadays people don't just care. People just simply don't care about living in the real world, because there are plenty of examples.
God. This fucking face, this AI face of me is so funny. You know, I really am not I feel bad because, like, maybe Ethan didn't know. I'm, like, not a good person to bully because I think a lot of things that are really absurd are really funny. Like, some things are so absurd that they kind of become funny. I saw one that made me bald. Can I show you? I've never seen this. And they made me, like, not balding. They made me straight bald, dude. Like, it's shiny, bro. Hold up. They kind of gave me a little bit of an egghead, though. Wait one moment. It's gonna be worth the wait. I want every AI edit to be of me like this. I'm so bald! Oh my god. Dude, you could use me as a reflection, man. You could use me as a mirror. Oh my god, I'm so bald. I like that I was the only person that was photoshopped to be bald. Why didn't they bald Casey? Why didn't they bald Mike? What the hell? Why they only bald me? Only I get balded? Okay. Low-key kind of bad, though. Low-key shorty kind of bad. Oh my god. So yeah, some things are so absurd that they kind of become funny. It's kind of how I think a lot of people felt about like the Raiden photoshops on Hassan. It's like, this is so insane that it's become funny, you know? And the way that they Photoshop me where I'm like, I'm crying. I'm so bad. It's so funny.
And plenty of new content that's constantly coming out that will allow you to stay in your hug box. And the more we spend time on the internet as opposed to the real world, because that's what's happening, the more you have less reliance on the truth and what's happening in the real world at all. This is something that we see with the cultish attitude from MAGA, right? Trump can just be like, the war is going great. And even if gas prices are fucking skyrocketing, you can just still feel like the war is going great. Trump told me so. You know?
I think it's like a big hug box thing.
Like, at all. Because her camera's so fucking big, and it bothers me.
All right. Still a lot more of this fucking yapper, bro.
President that Klein
Blind Squirrel, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you.
himself created. In 2017, Klein won a landmark fair use case, Hosinzadeh versus Klein. After being sued for making a reaction commentary video, it became one of the most important copyright rulings in YouTube history. Creator rights advocates celebrated him. Fast forwarded to 2025. Now, the plaintiff sues several smaller streamers for doing almost exactly what he did back then, watching it, criticizing his video, in an unhinged diatribe against Hassan the Hun, live with commentary throughout. Today, Judge Wesley Su cited Hosinzadeh versus Klein repeatedly to rule that Denims TV's live stream was transformative fair use. The case Klein won to protect himself is now protecting the pro-Palestine streamers he's suing. Klein's own complaint alleged that Denims used his video for the exact opposite purpose, to defend Hassan Piker rather than condemn him. The court said, exactly, different purpose means transformative. Klein argued himself into losing. Is he being fleeced by his lawyers? Dude, can you imagine thinking, by the way, this is Israel mindset. Sorry, gonna say it. This is Israel mindset. It's not shocking to me that his lawyer is a West Bank settler. It's not shocking to me that Ethan Klein loves Israel, because this is Israeli mindset. You think you get to have a say in how people transform your content? Are you fucking stupid?
Well, it's more so just like, I think it's just like kind of like narcissism brain, where in the Kilotonics video, he literally shows, oh man, I know Kilotonics retweeted it recently. He literally shows how when it comes to Ethan criticizing other people, that's okay. That's free speech. He's allowed to do that. Too bad. You don't like it? Deal with it. But when it comes to anyone criticizing him, he just feels like he shouldn't have to deal with it.
But of course, the way Israel mindset, being spiritually, Israeli, and doing Israel mindset, here's how it works. If you have overwhelming power, if you have a lot more money to throw at a fucking problem, you can actually make people that are smaller than you, that don't have that same financial support, you can actually humiliate them or try to humiliate them when all you're doing is humiliating yourself. And it turns out there are some people, sycophants really, that will support you every step of the fucking way.
Which, like, let me say, the one thing that this tentative ruling proves, because it's not official yet, but the one thing this tentative ruling proves is that this is not an open and shut case. And it never was. It never was. Since day one, it never was. And so all of these fucking dipshit ass law tubers that are like, it's over, like there's no way any judge, maybe a judge might say that his work was informational. Maybe. Like, they really said with their whole chest, there is no way in any shape or form that a judge would ever, in any universe, ever think that I could win.
Because that's what happened with Casey Tron, where he made Casey Tron release this statement and like sign off on a litany of like insane things. In a just world, all these reaction streamers should be thanking her for fighting their fight. Roach, X, and Destiny were celebrating her getting her sued, not knowing if she lost, it would be bad for them because they react to thousands of videos. Exactly. Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of our opposition is either unbelievably fucking stupid or they're just horrible monsters. Okay? Sometimes both. Every single fucking major content creator on this dumbass fucking platform that reacts to YouTube videos with regular frequency was championing this fucking lawsuit, not realizing that if this lawsuit was successful, it would have gutted React content.
It's actually really funny too, because Ethan probably could have sued XQC and won a lot of money. Because XQC's reaction was, let me tell you, not good. It was not good. It was not good. In fact, at one point he just says he's watching it, not reacting to it. Okay? And he re-uploaded his VOD and you can see the number of millions of views that it got. Like, Ethan could maybe try and start proving market harm. But like,
in general,
he can't go after XQC because then he would lose public support.
They should be kissing Denims' feet. They should have been fucking.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Screeching at
Nah, I'm good. You freaky as hell. I'm good though.
Ethan. They should have been screaming at Ethan, but no, they were too horny to fucking bully a bunch of pro-Palestine women that they don't like, that their fucking dumbass incel audiences would jerk off to the thought of dominating. And that's precisely what happened here, okay? That's what this is. A lot of fucking dumbass losers on the internet were so stoked. We're so motherfucking stoked at the prospect of destroying the lives and livelihoods of a bunch of the women that they don't like. That they didn't even think about the fucking consequences. Now, will they actually address this stuff evenly? Will they address it accurately? Will they look at the situation and go, well, obviously, this was a failure, and maybe Ethan should stop, pursuing these idiotic lawsuits, wasting away, like literally withering away and aggressively pursuing people through litigation to dump unlimited amounts of paperwork on them with the hopes that they can't actually fight back because they don't have enough money, so they'll concede? Probably not. Because these guys don't.
I mean, again, I think a big part of it for Ethan or people like Ethan, and again, this is just conjecture on my part and my personal opinion, but like, it sucks to have people talk badly about you, and it sucks to have people shit on you. Like, it's a little annoying that LSF is so brigaded. But I'm honestly more annoyed at the fact that LSF has become like unusable because of its brigadedness. It's also annoying to see anytime I'm up there or San is up there or whatever, all of the comments are negative. But it's just annoying, and you just deal with it, and you're like, okay, whatever. That's the internet. That's life. To do what Ethan is doing is like, it's insane. Like, how do you not see that you've become what you set out to defeat so many years ago, man? LSF was on your side yesterday? Okay, first of all, I'm going to clarify something. I've seen multiple people and sentiment shifting, being like, I always knew Denims had a strong case. I saw so many of those comments, all right? And I just want to say, suck my dick. No, you weren't. Bitch, I'm watching. I remember users' names. I remember chatter names. I remember the color that they had. I can tell when someone changed their color in chat. I'm like, orange, huh? I think green suited you better, but you know. I see you fuckers, all right? And I know you motherfuckers were not saying since the beginning, she has a great chance. Ho, bitch ass ho. Stop, okay? Stop. Maybe you're trying to sell it to some other people and you're trying to sell your horse shit to somebody else. Not me, okay? No. Please, stop it. I will say, I didn't prep this ahead of time. I meant to. There's something I'm about to talk about for a little bit. No, actually, you know who actually was correct about this? Mike. Because Mike is not an insane person who is so partial towards the freaks of the internet that he was capable of seeing this is insane. But before I get to that, 1 second. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I want to say something. I want to say a couple things. Let's go over something. Let's go over something really quickly. All right. Pull it up. All right. I'm going to be measured in my response. I'm going to do my best to respond as accurately as possible. But there's one person that I've seen covering my lawsuit. All right? And that is Pisco. And I'm going to say a couple things. One, credit where credit is due. One of the, I think probably maybe the only person on the internet that I saw that actually was trying to explain to the dipshits online that malice is not a factor of fair use. Intent is not a factor of fair use. It never was. Ethan lied, and you people fell for it. Not you guys, chat, but like the people who fell for it fell for it. It never was. There's not going to be a trial on malice, you stupid slut. There never was. Okay? And he's been the only person that's had like any semblance of a brain on this point. It's crazy to me that anyone's falling for it. And they're like, but she said. Not to mention, by the way, that's not what I said. There was a chatter saying, I need you to stream it. And I was saying, yeah, I'm going to stream it. Okay, that's not an admission of malice. Second, a comment at the end making fun of him and calling his video terrible. That's also not malice or intent. Not to mention, it doesn't matter for fair use. Well, the only thing that matters when it comes to fair use is whether or not you transform the content. That's the thing that matters. So I want to say that. But before I get any further, all right? I just want to show you guys this. Denims gets a win in the Ethan Klein copyright case with a new claim. The court has held tentatively that her reaction was fair use. As I previewed a few weeks ago, if the court relied on Stebbins, Denims would be in a good spot. Completely absent from analysis, intentional stated malice, because it's not relevant. It's just literally, it's not relevant. Now, there's some arguments about like malice being relevant in terms of damages, but it's not relevant in terms of fair use rulings. It either is fair use or it's not fair use. Your comments are not relevant to whether or not it is or isn't fair use. You either transformed it or you didn't transform it. And then the other thing I was going to say, there's one other thing. Oh, there is one other thing that Pisco did. I remember. Pisco, I think, is one of the few, not the only. I think he was the only on Malice, but one of the few people that has consistently proven that this entire lawsuit by Ethan is not an attempt to protect copyright. It's a petty, it's just a petty goal. He just wants to go after the people who he doesn't like. And it would be honest for him to just say that. He doesn't care about protecting copyright and protecting people's works and he just really cares a lot about fair use. Like, no, you're being petty. Just admit you're being petty. Okay? And he's been right about that since day one. So, I want to say that. However, as I've always maintained, I still think Ethan has a strong claim on the countdown reaction and therefore is likely to win on at least one cause of action, but the nuke reaction by Denims was always the harder case, especially when compared to other reactions. This is tentative, yes, but given the language here, it's hard for me to see Ethan recovering on the claim, except perhaps on appeal if he so chooses. And then his opinion. And then people being like, that's not what I meant to pull up. This one. People being like, Pisco was correct from the start. Cope and seethe. And let me say something, okay? No. All right? All right? No. All right? Actually, from the beginning, the first stance was this. All right?
Why am I assuming it's infringement? Like, are you serious? Because she copied the video, she performed the video, and I know Denims. Are you arguing it's going to be fair use, protected? No way. Not a shot. So I'll ask
you
that
know
specifically
me.
if you like. And
little bro, how do you know me? How do you know me, little bro? I'm down. I'm down to be homies. I'm down. And I respect that you stood on business with regard to the intent of the lawsuits and that you stood on business with regard to malice. And you defended those points well. But, you know me. So, let me just say, a lot of people assuming that I didn't react before even looking into the case. And a lot of people assuming that I had no chance or whatever. Ho, I see you. I see you. If I can remember when a chatter changes the color of their name, I'm seeing your ass, bro. All right? Credit where credit is due. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right? But again, respect. Because so many people were hounding his ass for being like, dude, you know, the lawsuits are personal for Ethan. He doesn't care about fair use. If he cared about fair use, he would sue XQC. Malice is not relevant. So, yeah. All right. And then I can't believe how many people have been tricked by the malice thing. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Someone like this. I was busy at the time of stream. I was getting ready for the hearing and stuff, so I wasn't home. So I didn't get a chance to see.
someone like XQC or admin
Fucking Hutch, dude. Of course, Hutch is wrong about malice.
Gold could end up with an opinion that's like way more broad.
Oh, wait, and this couldn't?
I suppose, but I think there's less risk in this situation, though, right? Wouldn't you say?
Why?
Because of the particular egregious nature of their malice.
Okay, I want you to understand something here. Now, Hutch is very stupid, and this is why you are not allowed to you're not allowed to practice law without passing the bar, right? Hutch is very stupid. Malice is not a factor in the fair use calculation. We just read the 4 factors. There was no malice because guess what? Malice is your right. You have the right to have malice. You have the right to say, fuck this video. Don't watch this movie. Don't listen to this song. Don't watch this creator. You're allowed. That's your God-given right. And I'm going to say it right now. Don't watch Hutch. Use my stream.
Bro is malice.
As a replacement of Hutch because he's stupid. And he's never right. He's fucking stupid. And nobody, absolutely nobody, should watch this dipshit because he can't get anything right. You see? That's my right. It's criticism. It's critique. Now, there is a
Yeah, and a lot of people think that, like, freedom of speech doesn't exist. If you made, like, a soda, if you were like, I want Coca-Cola to go out of business, I hate Coca-Cola, BDS, and you, like, wanted to... Sorry, I don't know why did I just get really quiet? Test? What the heck? Test? Mike somehow broke my audio. Okay, this might blast your guys' ears later, but let me fix it. Let me do my best. Okay. Let me know if it gets bad. I did my best to fix it, but if it gets bad, sorry about that. All right. My mic has just been acting really weird. It like broke last night for some reason. I was like trying to work on a video, and I've been recording like more internet content, more YouTube and sorry, not YouTube, Instagram and TikTok content, and then my mic just fried, and I spent all morning fixing it. But anyways, what was I? No, why did I? What was I gonna say? God damn it. Oh, right. I remember. So if you were like, fuck Coca-Cola, I hate Coca-Cola, girl, the boycott, I'm going to make a soda so that nobody buys Coca-Cola. And you make like a soda, and you make like Fanta, or you make like, I don't know, Sprite or whatever. The Dr. Pibb or whatever. You make that. And you explicitly say, I am making this soda so people stop buying Coca-Cola. Well, did you sneak into the back of the Coca-Cola factory and steal their secret formula? Is it a different formula? Oh, okay. Well, you're allowed to do that. Mr. Pibb. Sorry, not Dr. Pibb. Not Dr. Jihad. No. Sorry, Mr. Pibb. You can do that. Like, you can... That's protected free speech. Free speech protection in the United States is actually really, really strong. You don't have to necessarily want people to support someone. That's not required. Now, if you do infringe the content and you do not transform the content, and then later during the damages stage, they prove intent, which it doesn't matter because my intent was never to steal it anyways. And my statements don't say that, even though people keep coping and they keep being like, no, that's what those words mean. I swear that's what those words mean. It's like, it's just not what those words mean, dog. Sorry. What was I trying to say? Right. Now, in the damages stage, maybe they can up the damages if there is malice. But again, also the proof and burden for malice is way higher, or like intent, which I'm sure Mike is about to explain right now. But yeah, I'm genuinely shocked by the number of people that were like, I saw the funniest comment the other day. Oh my God. This might be a little bit like mean to show chat. Anybody else bummed that Denims is winning? I still don't get how she's the one coming out on top out of the 3. But she did feel like the literal definition of not fair use. I don't understand. Okay. 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 Anyways. Yeah, I genuinely I feel bad for all of the people on the internet that like believed Ethan Klein. And they're like, well, Ethan, you really think someone would do that? They would get on the internet and lie and say intent was important? You really think that? So that they can justify a lawsuit that otherwise would have no justification?
Malice factor after infringement has been established.
Which again, after infringement has been established.
You openly and willfully infringe the copyright. Like say that I stole a CD and I burned it 1,000 times and I sold it out on the street. I sold copies of your fucking album out on the street. And somebody came to me and said, bro, and I came to you and I said, hey, you're stealing my album. You can't do this. And I said, fuck you. I'm going to keep stealing your shit. Then that would be malice, right? But the malice is not in the commentary, you dumbass. God damn. How are they so fucking stupid? How are they so fucking stupid? The First Amendment gives me the right to criticize you and insult you and call you dumb. And in my critique of your work, whether it's an article, whether it's a video, whether it's a stream, I get to say nobody should watch that dumb shit. That's my God-given right. You're stupid.
Yeah. Freedom of speech in our country is actually really strong. It's actually a little bit crazy how strong. For anyone here who's taken any, like, when I was getting my accounting degree, I had to take a couple business law classes, and I love them. They were actually a lot of fun. And it's crazy how strong our freedom of speech laws are in the United States. Like, you really can say a lot. You can say a lot. Which is cool. Which is cool. All right. Now, I did a far better explanation than in this clip. Let's talk about the theory of your case would mean that you couldn't refute an op-ed in the newspaper. You couldn't take a video of a politician speaking and then refute it. Imagine if you got sued for copyright because you did discourse on an issue. Yep. I mean, again, the fact that the work is very political and the fact that the work is very focused on Israel-Palestine, it makes it a lot easier to be a work that is criticized, right? So, thank you, Genovos. All right. Now, from that point, we can get back to the Hassan coverage. I just wanted to show all of you that and say, like, it's very bizarre how many people were, like, tricked by Ethan, and instead of recognizing Ethan Klein, the guy who's, like, lied 1 billion times about how many things? That guy would lie again to justify lawsuits that otherwise would have no justification.
Don't think about anything. It's just pure reactionary nonsense. Anyway, there's more. The court walked through all 4 fair use factors. 3 favored Denims strongly. The only one favoring Klein, that the nuke is a creative work deserving protection, the judge dismissed as not terribly significant in the overall balance. Accordingly, the court finds that the nature of the subject work weighs against the finding of fair use. As set forth above, however, this
Hassan Abi Jr., thank you for the 10 gifties. Thank you.
factor alone is not terribly significant in overall fair use balancing. Because at the end of the day, the work was transformative. That's number one. And number two, Ethan was simply trying to sue people into submission because he didn't like what they had to say. How's that for fucking free speech? But it turns out a lot of people don't give a fuck about free speech at all, especially those who think free speech means, saying slurs and being able to say slurs and have no opposition whatsoever.
I mean, on the free speech thing, this kilotonic segment is like, it's still so good.
What matters is whether you think someone with money should be able to abuse the court to silence their enemy's speech and expression, because that is the standard Ethan is setting. Not a standard about transformation, not one about protecting intellectual property. It's just the standard of don't piss off Ethan Klein. And if you're not disgusted by that notion, you should be. Ethan would be.
In this country, we value free speech. And what a reaction video ultimately is free speech.
I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine.
Fair use doesn't give a shit if you watch the video first or not. I didn't watch this video first.
I knew they would watch the entire video, react to it instantly.
Which, by the way, it was very weird that he made that argument and said, like, I didn't watch your video. I have to watch your video first. Because then in his filing against my motion, he was like, she didn't even watch the video first. And she should have watched it first and prepared. It's like, but by your own metric, you said you don't need to do that. What?
Instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion.
I have to show that I've watched it before and thought, well, I have something good to add. I didn't watch your video beforehand, bro.
A long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist. They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
It was this part. Since Denims did not pre-screen the nuke, she frequently makes comments that are later contradicted by the nuke. Which, again, also was not necessarily great to put in the original filing. Because it's just like, it's proving that I made a bunch of comments, whether they were contradicted, which I disagree that they were. Because there's like the Hassan Nasrallah one, and then there's like, which he literally is making a completely separate point. And then it does feel like a lot of the H3 fans, it feels like arguing with a pigeon. Or sorry, what is it? Playing chess with a pigeon. Or like you're not playing with someone who even understands the rules. So in their head, they always win. Which is very funny.
It's speech, bro. I don't need anyone's permission to say anything.
You can't just say whatever you want. You can't just say, I'm in favor of genocide. You gotta watch what you say. I'm not standing by this shit anymore.
And I'm gonna call out people like Brendan too, because this is just bad for everyone. And it's especially egregious considering the hypocrisy of the whole free speech thing that these guys apparently love so well.
Free speech! You go to free speech. Shut up, dumbass.
You're shutting down criticism and you're pretending like it's a copyright issue. It's not.
Dude, it's just brutal, man. It's just brutal. And then he says like the part, actually I missed the most
fair
important
use.
part. Wait.
It's protected speech.
This isn't a free speech issue. This is people are fucking getting way too comfortable slandering and saying whatever they want about people online under the guise of free speech.
There's lots of videos shitting on me on the internet. You know, I wish I could just delete them off the internet. You know, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be just convenient? But you know what? You can't do it. That's free speech. You know, and free speech is tested when it's targeted at you.
You can't just...
Free speech is tested when it's targeted at you. Crap on the board, knock over the pieces, walk around like they won anyways, yeah. It's like, oh, look, here is this case of Hassan calling Nasrallah base. It's like, he just says he's well-read. I say, no, he didn't say that. And then he says, yeah, he's well-read. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, because he's well-read. What he's explaining in that point is a lot of people think terrorist means that you're sub 80 IQ or whatever. And I know IQ is not a real metric. I'm just saying that the people who tend to parrot those statements tend to believe IQ is the end all be all, which is why I'm quoting it back at them. And they just think like, oh, you just like think all of the most heinous things about Muslim people and about terrorists. And you just think they all wear turbans and shoot guns and kill women and children. And that's all they do. And they can't imagine a world where the people that we classify as terrorists would ever be well-read.
Shut up, socialist.
That's different than calling him based. That's saying the reason why his message sounds salient is because he's well read. Because actually, terrorists are not just a bunch of like villagers that have like guns and have backwards ideas and they never read anything. So yeah. But anyways, thanks, Scruffy. All right. Let's. Oh my God, sorry. This is a crazy post. The Nick Shirley of lawyers. Les is here to set the record straight on Denim's lawsuit. I think this chatter meant Denim. I wanted to show you guys this. This took me out. This took me the fuck out. Someone I think in chat linked this, and the legal analysis. Okay, this is someone criticizing this guy. The legal analysis you do provide is insane stuff like Denims is an idiot because she hired very good lawyers who always win. I'm not even exaggerating for effect. That's literally what you said.
You know what I said about Frogan? Like, out of all the people in this circus, Frogan was the smartest one. She hired the cheapest lawyer. She hired the cheapest lawyer. And so she's not losing like a bunch of money here. Frogan's eating McDonald's. She's doing good. She's doing good. You don't need to worry about good friend Frogan. She's doing excellent. Denims is an idiot. Denims hired a very expensive law firm. They're very good. I've always said that I'm going to blow your mind. Any of the free lawyers and Denims law firm, now having researched them, I went over their LinkedIns. I added them on LinkedIn. I think some of them added me back. Like, I looked at their, like, LinkedIn profiles, and these guys are, like, all they do is win litigation cases. They win. She's spending money she cannot afford to spend this early on. And I don't know where the money's coming from, but even if she wins, she will lose, right?
I can't. I can't. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, dude. Oh my God. It's just incredible. Even if she wins, she loses. My source? She's an idiot because she hired very good lawyers who always win. I'd avoided clicking play on any of the clips of this guy. That was the correct decision. What is he saying? Sorry to make you watch that, Josh Girl. How would this dude know your financial situation? I don't know. At this point, like, I just want to see more speculations. This guy, like, every time he talks about my lawyers, he makes the number higher. He'll be like, she's paying $50,000. She's paying $100,000. She's paying $200,000. She's already paid $500,000. Like, next he's gonna say, like, I've already paid $3 million. Like, she's already paid $17 billion. What are you, my accountant? I already used Hassan's house as collateral. I didn't tell him yet, though. Oh, okay. All right. Now, let's go back to the Hassan coverage for a moment. I just needed to show you guys that. That guy's videos are great. Good for him. You know, I hope he's having a blast, man. I hope he's having a blast.
Yeah. Here comes the Sunbird says, I don't believe this was ever about winning the lawsuit. Where it backfired was Denims following through on taking it to a judge. Fair use is a robust enough stand to stand its ground, which is probably why Destiny and Asmongold were celebrating it.
Oh, is the video loud? Sorry. Make it a little lower.
I would hope that at a certain point, yeah, if it doesn't change tomorrow, this will be the second most important court ruling on YouTube and fair use, followed only by 2017's Matt Haas / Ethan Klein. Yeah. Ironically enough, the in-person motion for judgment hearing will be today at 2:15. Scheduling for notice in chamber order changing the time of the motion. Ethan Klein, do the right thing. Drop everything, please. Oh my God. It's so stupid to consistently pursue this shit and try to appeal it, please. Now that he's lost, he's going to admit he was doing it to cost Denims money to try and not look owned. At some point, we...
Yeah, I think I saw some cope was like, Denims actually lost because she spent money on the lawsuit. Oh. What? And I saw one that was like, well, Denims actually lost because she got people to give her money for a lawsuit. It's like, well, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I have done as much as I can, and I've tried to go above and beyond on sharing as much as I can. Sort of like out of respect for all of the people who've donated. Because I know that you guys donated, and those of you who have donated, donated to see me fight this lawsuit. And so, oh my God, you got me. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. We're not finishing. We're still talking about it. There's still, I don't know why I was going to say finishing. But yeah, I was saying that, like, I think a lot of people who donated, I tried to make the, bio as clear as possible, like the description of the GoFundMe as clear as possible. And I've tried to keep you guys informed because I just feel like that's the most fair thing I can do. Even though I know you guys donated just to make, and you expected that money to go towards legal fees. And I have done that to the best of my ability. I've tried to keep you guys informed. So I don't understand what the cope is. It's like, yeah, we totally owned the people who donated because they gave her $5 to spend on legal fees, and she spent $5 on the legal fees. I think and again, please inform me if I'm mistaken. I've tried to spend it exactly in the way that I said that I would. And I've tried to keep you guys as informed as possible. So I think it's within the realm of reasonable. Socialist. And if anyone feels like the money was not spent to their liking, I mean, you can let me know. But I've done my best to follow exactly what the description said and keep you guys informed so you guys can see where it's going. So yeah, like, what is the gripe that you bought too good a lawyer? I don't know. I don't know. Can't you counter sue for expenditures? It's just still too, like, early to say anything like that. And again, like I said, as soon as I have more information, I always try and keep you guys updated as soon as I can. So we'll see how everything shakes out and plays out. I just don't know if that's going to be happening or not yet. All right. I have a complaint. I expected you to pay a funnier lawyer for the content. True. If anything, the fact that you got a good lawyer with money from me means that it was well spent. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I personally feel like if I was donating to a GoFundMe for legal fees, I would want my money to go towards someone getting the best legal representation that they can. And I would be happier if they got as best a legal representative that they could. So yeah. Remember when all those people were donating, being like, donating my money so it can go straight to Ethan? That was so weird. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand those people. It's like, no, you're giving me the money to build a better defense against him. Thanks for the $20, I guess. I'm not going to stop you, but okay. Sure. You got me. Congrats. Off topic, has your cat been in your lap lately? I saw from Denim streams in the past that cat in the lap is a rare occasion. Well, I have two cats, and one of them, Mayor Cat, who I stretch at the end of stream, and I big stretch him. He's not really a lap cat. He likes to sit next to me, but he never likes to sit on me ever, and especially never on stream. So anytime you see a cat on me, it's Wormy. And she's very partial. How do you tell them apart? Well, in person, they're pretty, like, Wormy has, like, these big ol' eyes, and she's half his weight. They look really similar in build. And her ears are bigger, and her tail is more, like, cat-like. So I don't know how to, I just know. One of them is gray and the other one is gray. My first time checking out your stream, but in this on in my communities, you're highly recommended. Sorry you had to deal with Ethan's Demos. Lawfare is horrible, commonplace in our fucked up society. Hope you come out on top. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want to finish this because I didn't see the rest of this, but I also wanted to say I will obviously keep you guys informed as soon as there are more updates. I feel really good. I feel really good about the motion. I feel really good about trial if there is a trial. And I will keep fighting as long as I have to keep fighting. And I will keep you guys informed the entire way. And as I've said, I will be your champion, chat. All right. I've also said since day one, like, after the ISIS hostage style fucking video, I don't ever, even for a second, blame Casey for settling earlier because, first of all, it's like, it's very mentally draining, right? And maybe I'm just buffed by, like, playing competitive games or something, so I have, like, a particular brain rot where I'm like, never surrender, it's winnable. But also, I don't have, like, a house. And, sorry, one second, this chatter, look at them. Look at how mad they are. You're one of the most vile people out here. I hope you get PTSD. Boo-hoo. Okay. Do you wanna make a little spell? You wanna cast a little spell?
Like, at all. Because
I hope
her camera is so fucking big and it bothers me.
I hope you PTSD's nuts on your face. Shut up. I guess they think you're a Frogan or something. I don't know. Some chatters are just cooked. It's hard for some chatters out there. What was I saying? You don't pre-watch videos you react to? Sometimes. It depends on the video.
Fucking big and it bothers me.
Why are we supposed to dislike you? Well, Miskiff just said it. My camera's too big and it should bother you. What was I? Big ass camera. Really mad. Oh, yeah. The one thing that sucks about pre-watching, I'll pre-watch chunks, but I want my authentic reaction to be on stream. And sometimes things are so baffling when I'm watching it privately, and I'm like, well, I want to watch this for stream. I'll watch it and I'll be like, or like I let out like the most demonic cackle, and then when I do it on stream, it's just not the same, you know? I like to prep content for stream. Like, I like to get some timestamps ready because I know the ideas and stuff that I want to get to. But anyways, what was I saying? Wait, there was something. No, damn it. Oh, right, I remember. Yeah, and I've always said from like the very beginning not to like criticize or like go in on Casey, you know, for having settled and having done the ISIS style video, because like it's just, I can't imagine what it would be like to think about potentially losing a case and then I lose like my house and my disabled family members don't know where to go. Like that's doesn't, because court is always a gamble. There's no guarantee you will win, and there's no guarantee you will win without having spent an obscene amount of money first, right? Like, I could have easily have made that decision if I was in her position. So I do not at all think she should be criticized or hurt. Like, she was targeted by someone with more money than her, and she cared more about her family than and her family's safety than you know, beating him in court. And I have me and my cats, you know. I don't have to worry about losing my house. I don't have to worry about, you know, making my family homeless. Like, I'm down. Let's go. let's fucking go, man. I want to fight, and I want to fight for fair use, and I want to fight in court, and I want to win, and I want to do my best. And I really do want the universe where Ethan realizes that, like, this is just not it, man. All right. Do you guys like this? How it feels to listen to someone complain about the new God of War. I just don't understand why it's a woman. Why would I want to see a woman's ass while I'm playing a game? That would be gay. It's just not realistic that a woman would be able to do that. It's not realistic that a woman could use a sword. And I don't care that she's a god. She's still a woman. I just don't understand why they made her ugly. Why is she so ugly? There has literally never been a successful franchise with a woman. I just think that her boobs could have been bigger. I don't know if you guys like it. So yeah, I've been off Twitter to do more of this stuff. To do more content like this. So people who use Instagram and TikTok maybe can see more of my content. And then eventually I'll start posting them on Twitter as well. Why did they make her so ugly? The people saying they made her so ugly is so funny. So I can't wait until The Witcher 4 comes out and then they continue to do that weird shit with Siri. Yup, exactly. Now, all right, enough stalling.
You gotta finally fucking say this was a ridiculous process, right? I mean, Philip DeFranco, Moist Critical, like there's gonna be a point where people actually.
I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Personally, I think that Moist Critical and Philip DeFranco are waiting for the official ruling, and then they are gonna say something because then it'll be too big to ignore. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll never make a video on it.
Cover this stuff, right? I hope. Yes, there's an insane Abdul El Sayed internal poll that came out that I've been that I've seen. It's insane, like literally insane. It's unbelievable. Anyway, on Denims showing nearly the entire video, the court said that doesn't matter when copying isn't necessary for criticism. The citation was Hosseinzadeh versus Klein. All in all, the ruling cites the literal Ethan Klein. Landmark fair use ruling 12 times. 12 times.
I didn't even realize it was that many times.
Every single fair use factor that went her way cited his own case law back to him. Can we talk? Wait. Like, this is a landmark ruling, a game changer once again. And for the record, if you want to know how fucking psychotic Ethan and his stupid fucking lawyer are, this is a part of the fucking documents that they filed where they said it's mostly just shitting on me for some reason. It's like 300 pages.
There's so many pages talking about him. It's like, I can't believe he put the Hitler photo in there, man.
And like most of it is just being like, well, Hassan Piker is actually the Kleins are dual Israeli-American citizens. Hila was born and raised in Israel, where she served as a secretary during her mandatory conscription into the Israeli Defense Forces. While both Ethan and Hila are highly supportive of Palestinian self-determination and extremely critical of Israel and its government, the Kleins support a two-state solution as the best interim solution to the conflict. Not relevant to the fucking case at all, but put that in there. In the wake of October 7th, Hassan emerged as the modern incarnation of the Grand Mufti Haj Amin al-Husseini. Like Al Husseini, Hassan became a passionate advocate and highly charismatic leader. Why is this in the fucking documents? I covered it briefly in the beginning, and I didn't have a lot of time to fucking cover this shit extensively because this was at the peak of amidst the ongoing genocide, and since then obviously the situation has evolved. But it's insane to me that there are pages after pages after pages riddled with psychotic screeds such as this one.
Come on, show the image.
What is this? Address this? Yeah. No, literally, this is from the actual court documents. It's not a joke. Al Husseini meets Adolf Hitler, November 28, 1941. He's saying, I became the Grand Mufti of Palestine. In the Denims lawsuit, Hassan is compared to the Grand Mufti of Palestine. Like Al Husseini, Hassan uses massive platform to spread genocidal rhetoric about anyone advocating for the right of Jewish self-determination in their ancestral homeland, i.e. Zionists. The primary difference between Hassan... Remember, this is a copyright suit. This is a fucking DMCA suit. Why is this in the fucking DMCA?
Shut up, socialist.
Suit? Is this fair use or not?
And for those who are a little confused, yes. Ethan really put in his original filing a photo of Mufti talking to Hitler and said, this guy really is exactly like Hassan. And I'm not joking. I'm being very serious.
Shut up, socialist.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Thanks, handsome and Mr. Mo. Diner Smash, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. I'm too old for Twitch. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. Jackie Jean, thank you for the 5. Midwestern, thank you for the 5. Joel, thank you for the gift subs. I hope I know I've missed some people. Chewy Drawn, thank you for the 10. Thank you guys. Thank you. Zelfril, thank you for the 10. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. I've been trying to close the wage gap on Twitch, the gender pay gap on Twitch, all right? And your donations are allowing this to happen, all right? I couldn't help but notice, you know, I tuned into Mike's stream and he's got 6,000 subs. Tune into the Denim stream. Only 3,000 subs.
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because her camera is so
leftist
fucking
and yet
big,
sexist.
and it bothers me.
Really makes you wonder. 50% wage gap. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to need to see this remedied, guys. I'm going to need to see this remedied immediately. All right? This is unacceptable. This is I give you guys great content like this. Tectone crashing out. The court system once again being complete bullshit. How can we trust the legal system when this woman stated
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
I give all of you wonderful content like this. And what do I get for it? Subscriptions to male streamers. Interesting. Interesting. What does this guy even do anymore? I don't fucking know. Tier lists of underage characters from gacha games, I guess. If you, the first comment is pretty funny. If you scream, I am intentionally speeding while going 50 miles per hour on the highway, you won't get a ticket. That's crazy. That's diabolical. Definitely thank you for the 10 gift subs. Bobo Flo, thank you for the prime. No, thank you for the prime. D2, thank you for the tier 1. Kev Nice, thank you for the 5. Only positive vibes, thank you for the 5. The UVC, thank you for the 5. Over at Sloth, thank you for the 21 months. Stem Girlfriend, thank you for the prime. Nerd with a Beanie, thank you for the 36. Overfen, thank you for the 5.
Like at all, because
I gotta get a new
her
one.
camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
I gotta get a smaller camera. Wetterberg, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you guys. Contra, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. All right. Closing this. Let's keep going.
And there are so many fraudulent slop tuber charlatans that looked at this and were like, this is based. Like, there are so many fraudulent ass charlatan bitches all over the fucking commentary sphere.
Suggestion for a new sound to replace Mizkif's soundbite. Hassan saying they should be kissing Denim's feet. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty funny. Wait, let me try and make it happen. Wait.
That looked at this suit and were like, this is awesome. Everything is above board here. This is fucking fantastic. What are you talking about? It's a fucking copyright suit, not even against me. It's a copyright suit against Denims. This is what I mean when I say we have a crisis in stupidity. We have a crisis in illiteracy. There is a real, genuine crisis that so many people watched this shit happen and went to like perverted, weird ass fake lawyer YouTube pages where they were like, well, I wear a suit and I'm giving you expert analysis. I'm a lawyer. And everyone was like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is actually incredible. Oh my God. This is peak. This is peak lawyering. It's fucking over. It's so over. Denims is 1,000,000% done. Denims is 2,000,000% done. Hassan's friend Denims is dead.
The mullet rolls are gone, people.
When did I die, dude? What the hell? Must have missed that part. Must have missed that patch.
The only reason why K-Stron had to concede. And
wait, Chad, I gotta piss. I gotta pee really quickly. You guys can listen to Dr. Jihad scream at you. One sec.
And settle was because she didn't have enough money. Yeah, this motherfucker wanted to sue me too. At some point, someone has to literally talk to this man and be like, dog, you have kids. You have businesses. You're throwing everything by the wayside. What the fuck are you doing? You've leaned into some of the biggest weirdos on the fucking internet because they're the last people that will offer you a crumb of support. And he just doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to anything. He does not listen to anything. Like, is there no one in Ethan's corner that was like, brother, why are you doing any of this? Please stop. I mean, I said it. I said it, but of course he won't listen to me because apparently I'm the fucking Grand Mufti of Palestine from his assessment. Last year, when he told Ethan Klein to drop the lawsuits, the fake YouTube lawyer said, you don't know anything about copyright. Yeah. Hassan, please stop pretending you understand anything about copyright. You can barely read properly. How'd that work out for you? Legal mindset? Here's the thing. Here's the problem. Okay? These guys are fucking losers. And they're morons. But the audience demands this kind of moronic attitude. So for them, they won't get punished. Their audiences won't turn around and be like, well, honestly, you really fucked up here, right? You really fucked us up. You told us that this was actually going to be great. You told us everything was going to be fucking fine. Yeah, I retweeted. I said, "How'd this work out, dipshit?" It's just like I don't think that
Time for Hassan to sue me for malicious theft of his content. Please, someone tell Hassan, please. Tell him I stepped away for 2 minutes.
there is going to be an actual come to Jesus moment for any of these guys. Okay? I don't think there is going to be an actual come to Jesus moment for any of these guys or their audiences. I think ultimately their audience doesn't want to know the truth. They just want to keep fucking fighting. They want to keep fighting women in general. They want to keep fighting Muslims. None of these creators have even.
Why would the fucking Arabs do this? Isn't it a coincidence? Isn't it a coincidence that the fucking Arab and the woman is doing this? Interesting.
And tweeted about it? Yeah, because they're moving on. They're going to move on to the next thing. And they're wrong all the time. Like, this is what I mean. This is precisely what I'm talking about. They're always wrong, and yet their audiences don't care about the truth at all. So they just live in this fucking complete alternative reality, and I don't know how. I don't know why you would want to live there. I don't know why you would want to live in an alternative universe.
And I mean, I think a lot of these people, they just like, they want to be on the side of the winners, and they thought, because they actually got deceived by all of these people into thinking that the winner here was going to be completely, totally Ethan. And so everybody else started feeding into it. And if anyone ever supported me, they were just simping and they were just trying to get Hassan clout, and she's not going to fuck you, bro, and whatever, stupid nonsense. And like, I think that the people who were reasonable, they were like, you know, it's hard to say how it'll rule. It depends on what cases they cite. It depends on, you know, how good the arguments are from Ethan's side. It depends on a lot of things. I wouldn't mind that. I'd be like, okay, that's reasonable. That's because you kind of don't know with courts, like what's going to happen. You're not being smug enough. You're behaving 5% as smug as you're entitled. Listen, I'll be smug when it's totally, completely over. When it's completely done and we're good, then yeah. You should go through the original LSF thread and this new one and see how tunes have extremely changed. Dude, it's so funny. The original LSF threads are like, she's literally going to go homeless. She is already homeless. I think she just went homeless. And the current one is like, it's filled with comments like, see, I've said from the beginning, she has the strongest case. I wish I could roll my eyes back farther. Christ. You live in a really nice tent, I guess? Yeah. The former mod of LSF admitted to why the sub is so brigaded. I have a link. You can send it and I'll watch it off stream. Then maybe we could watch it tomorrow. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. The exaggerated thumbnails are so good. I love the exaggerate. My favorite was like, there was one YouTuber that was like Googling photos of me crying. It was kind of weirdly like a little sexual, I'm going to be honest. It was kind of giving psychosexual obsession. But they were like, Denim's crying. Denim's crying now. And they clicked on an AI thumbnail and they were like, they skimmed through the video to find me crying in the video. And then they realized it's just an AI thumbnail. And they were like, well, whatever. And they just screenshotted the image. It's like, that's amazing. I think I've cried like twice on stream. And like once it was very demure because Chad did something that made me happy. And then there was one other time that like, I think I was just covering this stuff in Gaza and it was just like really hard. And that's it. That's like, thank you for the link, Rook One Up. I'll look at it in a little bit. I was going to say something else though. Oh, yeah, I mean, a lot of these law tubers were like, the posts that they were like, I think it's reasonable to be like, well, we don't know how it's going to play out. And I also think it's reasonable to say Ethan has way more money, so he can afford, you know, like a better legal representation, or he can afford X, Y, and Z, whatever. That makes sense to me, right? That would make fucking sense to me. But the number of people that were saying, like, she literally could not win this no matter what legal representation she has. Her lawyer is fucking, her lawyers are scamming her. She's paying millions of dollars on lawyers and she has no idea she's gonna lose. There's no way a judge would ever grant her anything. It's like, dude, the hate comments I got there were like, this is just because I'm trying to be a friend to you. You need to settle right now. It's like, huh? Why the fuck would I listen to you? Okay. God, dude. Are you getting dressed like a lawyer? Can we get a fit check? Yes, actually, as the final decree for today. So basically, just to wrap everything up for today, I want to say that we still got a bit of a fight ahead of us because this is still just a tentative ruling. And the official ruling should be out soon, hopefully anywhere from a couple days to a couple weeks. I don't have more information than that, unfortunately. It's pretty rare or uncommon that they change the official ruling, but I guess we'll see. I plan to keep fighting, obviously. And you have to remember, this is something very important that not many people are talking about. Tentative rulings mean, sorry, not tentative rulings, motion for judgment on the pleadings means that we accept everything that Ethan Klein has said as factually correct. Which means this case currently, for me, is weaker than it could be. Because there are lots of things that I disagree. That if we were going to go and fight certain things, I would disagree with. So this is very, very important to know. That God forbid this showed up in front of a jury. Yeah. There would be a lot more things that I could show. Like, for example, the clip of him saying, I watched the Content Cop immediately when it came out. I am the fucking legend. And him saying like, yeah, I doubled the runtime. That's what's needed for like a good, fair react. Like, I can't bring any of that stuff up right now because a motion for judgment on the pleadings means you don't bring in any new information. You just accept the facts, the statements from the plaintiff as factual, and you go from there. So you agree Hassan is the Mufti? Stop. So that is to say, if this somehow ended up in front of a jury, there would be a lot more things that would make this case 10 times stronger than I think it already is. So yeah, we still have a lot of stuff to potentially get to. There is another part of the lawsuit regarding the Countdown episode, but I don't know how that'll shake out after this ruling. So yeah, I don't really have more than that to say. Those are all of the big updates.
Denims' feet.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're getting some valuetainment now. Anti-corporatist, thank you for the 5 gift sub. Thank you for the 5 gifts. Stop. All right. So that one's a keeper. I think that one might be a keeper. So yeah, I will keep you guys in the loop as much as I can going forward. I'll let you guys know as soon as there are more updates.
They should be kissing Denims' feet.
They should be kissing Denims' feet. Denims is streaming. Oh wait, fit check. Yeah, this is actually what I wore yesterday to the hearing. Let me see if I can.
Hassan's hot. I'm gonna fuck him.
I was wearing some pantyhose though.